I see
How
that.
are you, Alexander?
Hi, Angela. I'm good. Thanks for asking yourself.
Good. I'm doing all right. Good to see you. I am so
Likewise.
excited about this. So this is our second cocktail making live stream session that Palkas is hosting. And, you and I go way back. I was trying to actually remember when we first met, when you started the business. And it's been like 10 years, hasn't it? It's been a long time.
No, I wish.
No?
Probably
Is it
like
just like that?
four.
Oh
Yes,
no,
it's
it's
like
got to be
four.
longer than that. Well,
It's
anyway,
been a long time.
I remember when you were first introducing the product and doing tastings around California, and just so happy to see the success that you've had with Ginja9, and so we're really excited to make some cocktails because I don't think people know that you can make cocktails with Ginja, right? Everyone just is used to
A
drinking
lot of
the.
people don't. Yes, a lot of people don't. First, thank you so much for having me, and I really appreciate all the support that Podcast has been giving me through all these years, inviting me to most of the events, and really creating brand awareness for this Portuguese product. Like you said, it's been a long journey. It seems like it's been 10 years. It's less than that because we've been through a lot. But the brand is finally getting established and getting some recognition across the board, across the United States, especially because e-commerce now, we're really focused on e-commerce due to this pandemic era that we're living in. And with all the struggle for most of our industry when it comes to the on-premise accounts, which means bars and restaurants, and all the catering places that we were used to fulfill, events, everything that would gather a mass amount of people, festivals, all that is being suspended. So it is great to still have an awareness and a presence on the e-commerce side. We're doing it through social media, Facebook, Instagram, and through our web page with Ginja9 and G9 chocolates. And I want to thank everyone here on First Hand for the support. This year's been really amazing this past few months. All the messages, emails that we've been getting, likes on social media. It's really rewarding after all these years. The alcohol industry is a very tough industry due to its laws and rules and legislate all that in different states that they require a different type of permit. Imagine being in 50 different states and you need to adapt to all different rules. So it's not like another product. If you are selling, for example, the chocolate cups, you can go live and you can immediately sell all over the country. So it is definitely a process. And once again, I want to thank everyone for the support. The Portuguese community is really being very helpful, and I can't be grateful enough for all that being providing me so far.
Well, we're happy to hear that it's going well. And so it has been a tough year. And so hopefully people can, if they're watching live, they get some cocktails to have for the holidays, whether they're going to be with loved ones or not, at least add a little bit of fun. And I'm going to do a little bit of promotion here, so
I love that.
those are watching, use the discount code PALCAS for 10% off of the gift packs and the chocolate. This is an example of the gift pack. Yay, you can have one. And I'm actually going to open ours now so that we can use this bottle and enjoy this chocolate. But while we're doing that, thank you to my lovely assistant, my husband, Adrian here. And I apologize if I'm going to be doing this. I'm a little bit under the weather today. So while we're doing that, Alexander, can you tell us a little bit about why you started Ginja9 and where the name came from? Obviously Ginja, but Ginja9 and all that. That would be great to get a little bit of the history.
Sure. Ginja9 started about 6 years ago. I always had a passion for Ginja. I always was a huge fan of Ginja. For the ones that don't know, I moved to California about 11 years ago. Born in Fall River, Massachusetts, left when I was 5, raised in Lisbon. So I have dual citizenship. I'm Portuguese and American. And then 10 years ago, when I moved here, I moved to the banking industry, and Portugal started becoming very popular. It was a destiny for a lot of Americans. And at my workplace, I was a business banker at the time for JP Morgan. And a lot of the people that knew I was Portuguese, they would ask me what to do in Portugal, what to visit, what to taste. And I would tell them where to go and what to try. And almost everyone that was coming back was asking me about, we tried this amazing liqueur called Ginja. Where can we get this? Because we want to have it at our homes. And at the time, I had no idea about the products that were available in the United States, our Portuguese products. And I would try them to recommend them stores, the Portuguese stores that sell most of our products here in the US. And there was a lack of ginger. There was some ginger from Lisbon, Ginja Espinheira, but there was nothing from Óbidos. Óbidos and Alcobaça and Caldas da Rainha are really the ex-libris of ginger because of the climate. There's a microclimate there. And then when the fruit grows, it seems it grows sweeter than normal. And when infused with alcohol, it does really make a unique liqueur, completely different from the one in Lisbon. Even the process of making it is different. We infuse sour cherries in alcohol for 12 months. It's a maceration process. There's no added colors or preservatives. It's 100% natural. So when you taste it, it's almost like you're drinking the fruit in a liquid form, fresh cherries. And that has been really my passion about Ginja and how natural it is. As a matter of fact, this year, it's been a terrible year, or let's say a very tough year for most of us. And we got something amazing around almost 2 months ago. We submitted Ginja to the Bartender Spirits Awards. The most prestigious bartenders in the country are part of the panel of judges. And we got Liqueur of the Year, 95 points, gold medal, Producer of the Year, and that was phenomenal. Because liqueurs usually don't rank that high. You will see whiskeys, malts, vodkas. They usually ranked in the high 900s. So for us to have that, it was extremely rewarding this year. On top of that, you had several awards. I try to submit as much as I can. This contests are very expensive for you to get in. It's not easy, but we have a few, like 6 or 7, which is great. It really shows the quality of the product and creates brand awareness in the industry, and that's the goal. And like what we're doing today, my favorite way of indulging Ginja is on the rocks after a meal, especially after dinner. Sour cherries are known to help you with your digestive process. That's how the monks started in Portugal. All this, they were introduced to sour cherries by the Romans. The Romans, when they were conquering Europe, they would carry always ginger with them, the ginger seeds, and they will plant ginger trees, and then they will harvest them and eat them raw, because they would have a lot of digestive issues because their diet was very heavy in meat from hunting. And now we don't have that. Our animals still have that. It's a big issue with animals, depending on the food they eat. So the Romans, when they got to Portugal, they also harvested in the area of Caldas da Rainha, Óbidos, Alcobaça. They planted a bunch of ginger trees, and at the first harvest, they were delighted with the taste of it. It wasn't as sour as normal, and that's because that microclimate that is there in that area. So the monks, they weren't a fan of ginger, raw ginger. It was still very bitter for them. At the time, they were making wine and beer, and they decided to start infusing it to take advantage of all the abundance of the fruit in that area. And they started infusing it in alcohol, and we still keep the same process, a long process that creates this excellent liqueur. So that's really the story of Ginja. And I start bringing it to the United States. Like I said, after all those people asking me about it, I look into it. I got all the licenses to be an importer. It's really, really tough. It took almost 2 years to get everything through background checks, to a lot of stuff, and created the brand. I developed the brand and the name. Of course, I had to have Ginja on it. The 9 is a very important number for me. A lot of things for me related in the 9, but most important is the 9 in numerology represents peace and love, and that's why the heart in our logo, okay, and that's why Ginja9. So, on a nutshell, that's really how Ginja9 started, as really just trying to showcase the product. And after a while, it was a 100% full-time job. I quit my job, and it's been 4 years now. Here I am. 70% of the startups, they close the first 3 years. If you hang there for the first 3, 90% of them stay in business. So let's see if we can do that.
Well, you've got a good track record so far. And we have a lot of people watching online from Canada, New York, New Jersey, here in California. So we already got a good crowd online watching. So I think everyone's excited to get started.
Yeah, let's make some cocktails here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pin so everybody can see you. Let's make sure that it goes like, shows up that way. There you go. No.
I'll bring the laptop also a little bit closer when we start, so people can see the process, and I'll be talking about it. So we're going to make 3 cocktails today. We're going to make cocktails that are very simple to make. Anyone can make them. As long as you have a jigger and you follow the measurements, you won't be really off on how to make them. So the first one we'll make today is something that is perfect for brunch, a Sunday brunch. It's our G9 Cherry Mimosa. It's with Ginja9 and champagne. I prefer the champagne. I prefer Brut. It pairs better with Ginja9. You can also do sparkling wine. Sparkling wine also works well, or Prosecco if you're more on the sweeter side. Prosecco is a little bit sweeter. My favorite one really is Brut. It gives it a balance between that sweet and sour, between the ginger and the champagne. So you need. Let me bring this a little bit closer so we can all see better. Okay, I think this is fine right now. So we need a champagne flute, right? We need a Ginja9. We're gonna do a jigger. We're gonna do 1 ounce of Ginja9, okay? So we just measure here 1 ounce. We'll get it in our champagne flute. There we go. Had a little mess there. Okay, and then one thing that I like to add a little bit of flavor and really enhances this drink is strawberry, okay? Some people prefer blackberries, some people prefer cherries, some people prefer a peach. You can do really whatever you want. It really depends the fruit you're a biggest fan of. I think the strawberry really goes well with this. So you cut the strawberry in half, and then that half that you cut, I hope you guys can see it. You just cut it again in half, and you just drop. I like to do 4 parts of strawberry. So 1 strawberry is enough. You just cut it in 4 parts, and you're just gonna add it to your champagne flute, okay? Then after you have that, you just want to add champagne, okay? One thing that is very important is the champagne should be very chilled, okay? Have your champagne in the fridge an hour before. You can do the same thing with Ginja9, okay? It will taste better. It will enhance better the flavors of of the liqueur, the champagne, and the strawberry when you mix them together. Another thing is when you're pouring the champagne, you make sure that you tilt your flute a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of foam and it's going to be a mess, literally. So very slowly, because when it hits the strawberry, it tends immediately to foam, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to fill up your flute and then you stop a little bit. Do you see here all the foam getting up? You're just going to let it sit and then you pour more, okay? You want to leave, it's around 5 ounces of champagne. You want to leave around 2 fingers to the top of your flute, okay? So pretty much like this, it will be the ideal. And then you want to mix it a little bit because you want the champagne to mix. And then you could do it slowly because once you're going to mix, that foam is going to show up again, okay? There you go. And there's a beautiful quality. Now you can even add a little bit more, as you can see, and get that foam there. And it's a beautiful presentation. During this holiday season, another thing that you can do just to add up to it is a Christmas cane sugar. And you just go there and you're ready to drink. So cheers. I'm going to see how this tastes. Okay. I want to see everyone.
Mine too. I don't have a flute. We had the passion cocktail.
Okay. Cheers, Angela.
Cheers.
And cheers to everyone. This is delicious. I hope people are really following us and they can try it.
I'm going to ask everybody, what does
so
everybody
this is
think?
Our first one. I'm going to put it right here.
So I have to say, Alexander, I'm not a big champagne fan, but when you add something like a Ginja9 to it, it actually is really nice. It's like perfect for the holidays.
Thank you. Thank you. It's perfect for that brunch Sunday morning or the Christmas morning when everyone is opening their presents.
Yep.
So let's go now for the next one. Okay. The next one is the G9 Poderoso. It's a totally different type of drink. And this is just to show you how versatile Ginja9 is. And Ginja9 is so versatile because it's almost like you're just adding fruit to any hard liquor, okay? And when you do that, there's almost no way to go wrong with it, okay? Bartenders and mixologists, on their creations, they add a lot of fruit, raw fruit, or they use a mixer and they just use that fresh juice from the fruit they're adding to it. So that's why Ginja9 really pairs well with rum, with champagne, with bourbon, with vodka, with tequila. You can be really creative. If you go to our website, we have several cocktail recipes with Ginja9.
In fact, I'll point out when you buy the gift set, you get a little recipe card that has, let's see, 7 recipes on it.
Yep.
And then there's 2 on the back as well. So, yep. I mean, there you go. You've everybody up
awareness. Like I said, my favorite way is to have Ginja9 on the rocks and have also, this is really unique and explain it on the chocolate cup. It's something amazing. But you want to take advantage of all the creations that you can make with Ginja9 and of the bottle that you have. So that's why we're creating awareness. Cocktails are really popular right now, especially the ready cocktails. So this is a first announcement. We are working on something. We don't know yet when it's going to come out, but we're working on something with Ginja9 and get a cocktail ready to go that you can enjoy and just pop it at a party and just drink.
Very nice. You heard it here first, folks.
There you go.
Ready-made cocktails from Ginja9. Nice.
We're working in 2 things right now, so we'll see how that goes. So let's go back to our G9 Poderoso, okay? You want a glass, a rock glass, okay? You're gonna need bourbon or rye whiskey, okay? I prefer bourbon I think bourbon is really a new trend right now in the United States. There's fantastic bourbons out there. This is one of my favorites, but you can really just do any bourbon at all. And then coffee liqueur into it. And of course, you're going to need Ginja9. Okay. The measurements for this is 1 ounce of bourbon, 1 ounce of coffee liqueur, and 1.5 ounces of Ginja9. If you are a person that likes your cocktails a little bit sour, I will recommend to do 3 equal parts: a part of Ginja9, a part of bourbon, and a part of coffee liqueur. Personally, for my own taste, I like 1.5 ounces of ginger. I think it really balances the strong flavor of the bourbon, because the bourbon is going to overpower all the other two. Okay, so let's start this. You need a shaker. Okay, so the first thing you do is you add your Ginja9, because the Ginja9 is the thickest one, and then you want to get all of that Ginja9 that stays in the jigger when you pour the other hard liquors. So this is 1 ounce. We're gonna have 1/2 ounce. So we have our Ginja9 there. Then we're gonna add our bourbon, 1 ounce. Angela, can you see me? Can you see all this?
Yep, we can see you very well. Looks great.
Perfect. Awesome.
And
So
I like your choice of bourbon also. I like Bullet.
oh yeah.
Good stuff.
And then we're gonna do the coffee liqueur. It's funny because this started with a friend of mine from Elmar, Jose. He makes his own coffee liqueur. And I tried this with his own coffee liqueur. By the way, it's gone. Jose, I need more if you're listening to us. Anyway,
Send some my way too.
It was delicious. He makes really some amazing coffee liqueur. So once you have everything there, you want to add ice into your shaker. I would say 3 to 4 ice cubes. It doesn't really need to be that much. You just really want to chill all of the alcohol content in there. Okay. So let's close our shaker, and then shake it for around 10 seconds. You will feel the shaker getting chilled. And when you, let me just go so everyone can hear me. When you feel it really chilled, it's ready to pour, okay? Now it's the time, you just let it sit there a little bit, not too long, because you don't want to have it wear down. But this is when you add your ice, okay? You want to add a lot of ice. And the reason for that is the more ice you add to your glass, the less watered down it's going to get, because the ice will not melt as easily if you just have a little bit of ice in your glass. Okay, so okay, I'm almost there. There you go. Okay, so there's our ice, and now we're just going to pour. Let me bring this a little bit lower. There you go. Okay, we're just gonna pour. Okay, you do a first pour, and then you're gonna get all of it here, and you're just gonna pour the rest into it. See, I should have added a little bit more ice. You want to get all this foam from shaking it, and that's it. As simple as that. It takes less than 5 minutes to make this. If you have all the ingredients, it is really, really fast. It's a very, very unique flavor. It's called poderoso because it is strong. You don't feel it, but it does hit you.
That's yummy. Wow. I would have never thought to put those flavors together. That's
very, very, very unique. Mm-hmm. This recipe almost came out of nowhere. With some friends, we had some of this stuff and we were playing around, and he worked, and we just got help from a mixologist to get the right measurements and balance everything. So like you can see it's a little bit on the sweeter side. I like that. So that's why if you are not a fan of sweet drinks, just pour 1 ounce of Ginja9, 1 ounce of bourbon, and 1 ounce of coffee liqueur. I
No,
really love
this
it.
is really great. So I
Cheers,
just want to give
everyone.
cheers, Alexander. Delicious. My new winter favorite.
Thank you. Okay,
I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the folks that are
sure,
watching
yeah.
this.
Once I get ready for our next one.
So I want to give a shout out to Helen Sutton, Armenio Marx from Canada, Anna Pinto, who's a mixologist in New York. So thank you, Anna, for joining. Yeah.
Awesome.
Louisa from South Shore, Massachusetts. We've got Martina from Rhode Island. Louise from Woodstock, Georgia. Georgia's in the house. Carolina from Miami. Yes, I'm feeling better, Carolina. Thanks. A little bit. This is going to help for sure. We've got Sandy Vega Diaz, Caroline Gomes, and her husband Todd. João Vieira from Maryland.
Very familiar, Sandra Vega Diaz.
Yeah,
that's my wife.
Is that your wife?
She's stalking me.
Yeah. No. Oh, and we have Margaret from Brazil. So we have an international crowd.
Oh,
Alexander.
I'm really Margaret. Great.
So everybody greetings from Connecticut. Rosa Rabimba. She's actually an elected official of state assembly. So thank you for joining us, Rosa. Everybody cheers and put it in the comments. What is your favorite so far? And any questions or suggestions that you have for Alexander, and we'll answer live. So, okay, on to the next one.
Next one. So I'm going to bring the screen again lower so we can see. Okay, this one is a little bit more elaborate than the other ones. Still very, very simple to make. Okay, the first thing that you want to do, this one we are just going to chill. We're not going to shake it. So it's a Manhattan. It's the G9 Manhattan. The Manhattan is it's really getting popular. It is really popular right now in the US. There's all different types of variations of Manhattans currently in the United States. It's a drink that I really enjoy. It's a drink for you to sip with time. If you're watching a show, if you are with your loved ones in the evening, having a conversation, chilling at home, it is really a great drink. So this Manhattan, the story of the Manhattan, it's a very interesting story that I like to share with everyone. 3 years ago, we went to a convention. It's called WSWA. It's a bigger convention for the alcohol industry, for distributors. 1 year it's held in Las Vegas, and the following year is in Miami. I never in my wildest dreams thought we were so new in the market, and it's expensive to be part of that convention, to attend and to showcase your product and to have a booth there. So they had a new thing called Brand Battle. And what Brand Battle is, it's kind of a Shark Tank with no investments. They have 5 of the CEOs of the biggest distribution companies. And the way it works, there's thousands of brands that submit their videos. And only 6 of those brands are chosen to go to showcase their brand at Brand Battle. I saw that, and honestly, I had no resources at the time to make that video. But my vein of entrepreneur was telling me, you gotta send something. You gotta show them what this is. So with the help of my wife, by the way, she's been amazing in her support. It's not easy. We have 2 little ones. I used to say 3 because Ginja9 is really a very high maintenance baby. It takes a lot of our hours, especially mine. And she's been supportive through all these years to my passion, and my kudos to her. And thank you so much for putting with all my madness and my passion for Ginja9. So long story short, we submitted the video. She recorded the video. We did it on an iPhone. And the last day that he could submit it, we submitted. 2 weeks later, we got a response from WSWA that we were one of the 6 brands to be part of Brand Battle. I couldn't believe it. It was just amazing. So it was a fantastic experience, opened a lot of doors. I went there. By going to Brand Battle, you were allowed to have your booth there with paying a minimal fee. So that's how we went there. And then I showcased the brand at Brand Battle. But meanwhile, one of the influencers, probably one of the biggest influencers right now in social media, her influencer name is Beautiful Booze. Her actual name is Natalie. She saw our booth and she saw Ginja9. And she was very intrigued. I explained what it was. And she told me, can I have a bottle? And, I had no idea who she was at that time. She was not even that big at that time. I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, you can have a bottle. She's like, I'm a mixologist. I want to try it. She never told me that afternoon she was going to the bar studio at WSWA to showcase a drink. And the drink was the Manhattan. So she did the video of the Manhattan with Ginja9. We were featured on that video that had thousands of views. The next year on WSWA, at the entrance where you would get registered, there was a big billboard with her making them with the Manhattan and the bottle of Ginja9.
Oh my gosh.
That was just, it was phenomenal.
That's amazing.
And that's how this really started, this recipe for the Manhattan. So it's a recipe. She has been very supportive also during this years of Ginja9. And if by any chance she sees this, Natalie, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your support and really coming up with this drink. So that's where we're going to do the Manhattan. We're going to have, just because of logistics, I just have a glass. You can have a little glass jars where you chill your drinks. You want to fill it with ice. Okay. So I'm just going to add ice here. In this case, it doesn't need to be a lot, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna add one more, and there you go. So the first thing that you wanna add, like in the other ones, is we're gonna add Ginja9, okay? I'm gonna do the double of the measurements that we have currently in our cocktail flyer in our website. And the reason I'm doing that is because my martini glass is humongous. So I don't want to be too short on the glass, okay? So we're going to do 1 ounce of Ginja9. Give me 1 second here. 1 ounce of Ginja9. And then we're going to do 3 ounces of bourbon, okay? You can do bourbon or rye whiskey. Again, the original recipe from Natalie from Beautiful Booze is with rye whiskey. I prefer with bourbon. Like I said, I'm a big bourbon guy. So bourbon is my one to go. So we're going to do 3 parts of it. Okay. And now you want to add bitters, okay? Make sure that it's orange bitters, okay? Very important. Where is it? There you go. There are several brands of bitters now out there. Bitters are becoming also very popular, especially on the craft industry. There's a lot of different things. I brought on purpose the most popular brand, the one that you can find in any grocery store. Okay, these guys are everywhere, literally. And then we're gonna add 3 to 4 dashes of bitter. Okay, you do like 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then what you're gonna do is you wanna stir You want to stir it very well, because what we're doing now is we're chilling the drink. Don't forget, on the Manhattan, you want it to have nice and cold, but you're not going to have, like in a martini, you're not going to have any ice on your glass, okay? So just a little bit, I would say like 10 seconds. And then you're going to get your martini glass. I hope everyone can see. I don't have a strainer. I need to improvise here. I forgot to bring a strainer. So let's hope this works. The reason you need a strainer is simply for the ice not to go into your glass, okay? There's no other purpose of the strainer, okay? See, this glass is really big. On a normal martini glass, this will be the perfect amount, okay? And then what you want to do is, with the orange peel, I already cut it. It's very easy with a knife or with a, that's a funny thing. Let me get here. I don't know, Angela, what's the name of that thing you peel the potatoes, or you peel? In Portuguese, it's a descasca.
We just call it a peeler. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I couldn't remember the name. And then you're just going to do a little twist. You want to get the fragrance of the orange into your drink. You're going to also use your orange peel and go around the rim so you can have those flavors on the rim when you're drinking. And then you just let it sit there, okay? And this is the G9 Manhattan. Okay, cheers, everyone.
Oh, wait, I got to wait for my orange here.
There we go.
There we go.
Absolutely fantastic.
Nice when you have a bartender living at home. Oh, sorry. So I say cheers to Sandra.
Cheers. Yeah, thank you.
Behind every good man is a good woman, and vice versa. Ooh, that's different. I like that.
Yeah, yours is a little pinkish. I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I used a whiskey, not a bourbon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we don't have any bourbon here. So
No, I
that
have bourbon here now.
so that one's good. I still like. What did you call it?
Yeah.
Poderosa. Still like that one better.
So another thing that you can do, like for example, on the Poderoso, I didn't say, you can, like for the holiday season, you can add a charm into it to make it cute. If you have people at home, different color of charms. And also, if you want, with a toothpick, you can add or cherry or blackberry. And this is just really for looks, okay? And it's just, if you're having gas, it's just really is a different presentation of the Poderoso. Here we have, I'm gonna try to bring them all to the front. Okay, nice. What's going on here? It's not flat surface. And then the last one, our Manhattan here.
So Alexander, we didn't have orange bitters, so we used regular bitters.
Yeah, that's fine. It really balances better all the ingredients. Okay. And that's the recipe for the Manhattan. I recommend you can do it, but I highly recommend to have orange bitters instead of the regular bitters. Like I said, I'm not a mixologist. I didn't create this. I did it in the past because I didn't have also orange bitters. Once I did regular bitters, and it's that different. It's definitely different with the orange bitters. So here are our three cocktails. Okay, like I said, it's a great way to for the holidays. If you have family members, if you have guests, we know we're in this pandemic era and limited to how many people can have.
And we've had a couple of people ask online, again, where can they get it? So Ginja9.com, and be sure to use the discount code PALCUS for 10% off of gift sets and the chocolates, but you can go to ginja9.com. Where else can people get it, Alexander?
Well, if they go to our website and they click on the tab Find Us, they can see the stores where we are available. Right now, we're available in California, in Texas. We're available also in New Jersey at the Ciabra's liquor store. We are available in Florida at the Iberian Imports. Great store. If you haven't seen the Iberian Imports, go check it out. It's a lovely store. Cara does a fantastic job. In California, in all the Portuguese markets, right. You can go to the market in San Diego, the Portuguese market. You can go to Trade Right in San Jose. You can go to my great friend Abilio in Fremont, or his brother as well in Mountain View. We're in all those locations. In Newman, we're available in JJ Liquor as well. Hi, JJ, huge 49ers fan. He's funny. So yeah, the best way to find us is definitely to go to the website and click on the tab Find Us. We are in the near future, we're going to increase to more markets. It's just a process to open. Every time we open a new market, it's a challenge. We got to go slow. We got to expand slowly but surely.
So, my husband had his great grandfather had won a huge bottle of Ginja,
a Magnum
in a poker game, right?
No,
or something.
Domino.
Oh, Domino.
Domino.
And it was saved until he and his dad and groomsmen actually drank it the night before our wedding, and that
tried to drink it.
That bottle had all the cherries in the bottom, and we were wondering was it like
is it a preference thing, or is
to
it
not have the cherry in the bottle?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Actually, I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people ask it if it's com elas ou sem elas. So the reason there's two factors for us to bring Ginja with no Ginjas inside. Number one is we work with bars and restaurants, and like we're doing here, we use Ginja as a mixer for cocktails. The thing with Ginja is after a while, they start decomposing and they leave a residue. So you don't want that in your cocktail. You don't want to taste that. Mixologists don't like that. That's one of the factors. Another thing is the Ginjas, if we bring them from Portugal in the bottle, they'll come with a pit inside, and there might be a liability. This country, you got to be very careful. What do you do? So someone tries to eat the Ginja at the end, there's a pit inside, they break their tooth. So, but the main reason, this is almost a joke that I always tell about, the main reason is because of the residue that the fruit will leave after a while. That's why we don't bring it. There's something in the plans, because we can definitely, that's also a logistic aspect of it. In the future, we can just have for the stores and call the out-premise accounts. The stores have with or without them, and then with the bars and restaurants, just without them. There's something they're working on. It's just more complicated in terms of logistics to have the two like they have in Portugal. But yeah, that's a great question.
No, we were just curious, because sometimes when you go to Portugal also, they'll give you the little cherry.
They're right here.
Right? Oh, there they are.
Yep.
There they are.
So one of the things is, I'm pretty sure Adega.
Yeah.
A shout out to my friend David from Adega. I know they're going through a rough time with all this pandemic. By the way, just opened a new spot called Petiscos. If you live in the São José, San Francisco area, go there. It's absolutely amazing. Everything they do is phenomenal. So Adega used to have a dessert with Ginja. So, and David asked me, hey, can I get the cherries and all that? So I don't have them. You need to get me that. So, or just for them, they're the only spot in the country. I brought bottles full of gingers just for them, so they could use it at that dessert.
Wow.
One star, by the way. I'm just kidding. It's nothing to do with the dessert. I think it was after. But yeah, shout out to David. Grande abraço, David. Se estiveres a ver.
Yeah, we haven't tried their new place yet because we just haven't been able to leave the house.
Yeah,
But
it's tough right now.
fact
We
that they're
only have
doing
outdoor
stuff-
seating right now too, because they cannot be inside seating as well.
we're gonna try and do some to go,
Yeah.
because they're doing to go. So excited to try it. The francesinha. Excited to try the francesinha.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else? I know that you like to drink it straight over the rocks. We're coming up on our time.
Yeah.
But what else would you recommend for folks to try? I know there's the the mojito.
Yeah, the
which I think,
mojito. We're not doing the mojito now because the mojito is more for the warm days, more for summer. The mojito it was our first cocktail.
right.
And it is very unique, delicious. The mojito. I'm biased about talking about it, but it is really, we got so many good feedback about the mojito. Just for you to have an idea, when we started, we did a Cuban festival here in downtown LA. There were several other, it was a pop-up. There were several other places doing their traditional mojitos. We had a line all day of like 30, 40 people. We sold over 800 mojitos that day. It was amazing. So we got the recognition of the Cubans. So I think we're good on the mojito.
That's pretty good. And you might actually like this. I mean, the G9 Lover's Mule, because you like the
Yeah, if you like a Moscow Mule, it's different. It's definitely a twist to the traditional drink. It was one of my favorites for a long, long time. The Moscow Mule, super refreshing and light. It is very light.
So why don't we close it out, Alexander, with you showing us? I know you have like the heart bottle and
so we have the heart bottle. The cap is corked, so you can reuse them. You can put after your vinagre, azeite, all the kind of other stuff. Some people use it to put flowers. Use it as a center flower. And then
you have
we also have on our G9 chocolate, we have this little bucket that comes with 2 cork coasters saying Ginja9. Portugal is the biggest cork exporter in the world. Mm-hmm. So we come with a bucket and 2 coasters and 5 of the minis. It's a really cool thing if you want as a gift. We have that. And then the gift set, we're also doing, if you want to be a little lazy, we will pack it for you, and with a bow and everything, with our logo.
Nice.
It's been popular on the e-commerce, the gift wrap for Ginja9.
And then the mug, we're going to do something with the mug?
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. So the first 10 people that go to our website and buy the gift set, add on the notes that you were attending, so we can know, because there's several orders always kicking in. Put on the note that you on the website that you were attending, that you want the mug. Okay, this is a Ginja9 mug. Okay, has the famous rooster on it. It's great for your coffee. I know a lot of people, if they know back in the days. Even now, I don't know, I haven't been 10 years, but back in the days, people in the morning, they would have their bica, o café com cheirinho, they would add a little bit of ginger into it. Ginger or bagaço, the aguardente, but it was popular to add a little bit of ginger to start the day in a good way, to kick it.
That sounds delicious. I'm going to have to try that later tonight.
Funny, I was doing a tasting in Texas, I think like last year or 2 years ago, and this lady, I was just showcasing the Ginja9 in the chocolate cup, and she's like, you know what? This will be delicious in my morning coffee. I was like, wow, that's a spirit. I love that.
Yeah.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, we have bikash every morning and every night, so I'll have have to try it. Maybe
You're
tonight.
definitely the Portuguese style. Most of the people here cannot have a bika at night; they won't sleep.
Oh yeah,
I can have one at night; it doesn't do anything for me.
I'm not sure we can sleep correctly if we don't have one.
Oh, so try a little bit of Ginja9.
Well, this has been awesome, Alexander, and we're getting some great feedback online that it was super fun, that you know, great cocktails, and people are, you know, asking where to buy it. So, so much fun. Let's plan on doing something else after.
Yeah, we can definitely do something else. Again, I wanna take the opportunity and to thank everyone that's been supporting Ginja9 in this past few months. It has been challenging times. And all the messages that we're getting on our email, on Facebook, I really appreciate all of your support from the bottom of my heart. We're a family-owned business. This is what I do for a living. It's a passion, and the support has been phenomenal, especially from the Portuguese community, not just in California, but also from the East Coast. Thank you all for all the support that we've been getting throughout our short existence, especially this year, that it's been, like I said, a rough year.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's the saying, Alexander, that a rising tide lifts all boats. And I think we as a Portuguese community can have our own rising tide to lift all of our Portuguese boats, if you will. You know, we're here to help each other, and we're here to make sure that, you know, whatever we need, whoever needs help in the community and support, then we're here to do that. So so glad to see you doing so well. We're going to continue to promote Ginja9. So excited to have done this. I have a new favorite cocktail, and everyone, don't forget Palca's 10%. You can, you know, get a discount. And with that, you know, have a wonderful holiday. Thanks everybody for watching. And if you're not a Palcas member, go visit palcas.org and become a member today. And you know, we're going to continue doing these fun things on Zoom even after the pandemic is over, because, you know, it's brought our community closer together, our international community.
Absolutely. My special word for you, Angela, like we said in the beginning, we go far back, and I can't thank you enough for all that you've been doing in Palcas for Ginja9. There's always something that you guys come up just to create brand awareness for us and be a part, being a partnership and a partner for us. We've done so many things together. Really thank you for all that.
Our pleasure. That's one of the big reasons we're here, and we love to do it.
Okay, that's it. We'll close it. Everyone, have a great weekend. Happy holidays for all of you. I hope we'll start doing more of this stuff. And cheers. Chin chin, como dizemos em Portugal.
Tchau.